Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We've been building this little site here. This is another in our video Divi for Beginners series. You can find that playlist down below the video. We've got a little site here. It's like a bit of a landing page. We've got a few sections. In a video a couple of weeks ago, we showed you how to link to sections using anchor tags. Today we're going to show you how to do exactly the same thing using your menu. We're going to create a menu that will roll to each of our sections here. Home goes to the top section here, About goes to this little section. We've got a little gallery section where we did our little hover effects the other day. Little call to action, we had a parallax section, the call to action button. Little services section. And a contact us section. And as you can see, it's scrolling to each section when we do this. Really easy to do, just got to create a menu and some anchor tags and we're good to go. Okay, well the first thing that we want to do is enable the Visual Builder and assign these CSS IDs. Each of these sections we're going to give a name called a CSS ID so we can link to it. I've already got them in there, but I'll show you exactly how to do it. Let's enable the Visual Builder. Once enabled, if I go into this top section, just click on it, blue tab for a section, hit the little cog to go in there. All of our modules, rows and sections have the same three tabs at the top, Content, Design and Advanced. If we go over to Advanced, we'll find CSS IDs and classes. If I open this up, I've given this a CSS ID of page top. Now, you can give it anything you want, but it needs to be unique. They want to make sure there's nothing else on the page with that name. Make sure you're in CSS ID, not CSS class. This won't work with class. So put whatever ID you want in there. Mine's got page top. And save. And you go on down to the next section. Again, hit the little cog. Again, over to Advanced, CSS IDs and classes. Give it a little name. Now, when I've showed you how to build this menu, I'm going to show you how to overcome a little problem that may arise if you've got different layouts for tablet and mobile, as we have here, which we demonstrated in some previous videos. So let's go on down. Every little section you want to link to, do exactly the same. Go into the little cog. Same with this section. And once you're in the little cog, you know where to go. Content, Design, Advanced, go over to Advanced, CSS IDs and classes. This is our contact section here. And again, just make sure that's unique. Great. So when you've done that, save your changes. Little purple button at the bottom. I'm sure you knew this already. Save changes. And we can exit the Visual Builder. Great. So all the sections now that we want to link to have CSS IDs. So let's create a menu now and assign it to our primary menu. Remember, this area up here is called the primary menu. So we can scroll to these sections. I'm going to go down to my dashboard. Once at your dashboard, I've already got mine open. Roll on down to Appearance and then Menus. It may open up over here. Click on Menus. It'll take you to this page. Once you get to this page, we need to create a new menu because you won't have any menus created yet. So let's go and hit this little Create New Menu. Give your menu a name. I'll just call it Scroller. Call it anything you want. It's a good idea that you can identify it though, especially if you have complex sites with various different menus on it. Okay. Once you've given it a name, hit the Create Menu button. Right, we've created our scroller menu. Let's start building. We're going to be using custom links to do this today. So let's close up the little pages at the top there. Open up the custom links. Now the first one, I'm going to call Home, had a CSS ID of page top. So all our URLs have to have a hashtag indicating it's a CSS ID, and then the CSS ID itself, page top. Put what you want it to say up there. I'm just going to say Home. I guess you could say top or whatever you wanted. When you're happy, add to the menu. Our next little section had an anchor tag of about. So again, hashtag and the CSS ID of about. About us. I'm going to continue this. I'm going to do exactly the same for the next one. So I'll pause the video. No point in you watching me do that. Okay, I'm just adding the last one now, contact. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more. I'm just going to put a hashtag in there. Let's call it map or something, or directions, whatever you want to call it. Just so we can tell this menu is different from the one that I've got there already, or else there'll be no difference. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. Anytime you put just a hashtag in like that as a link, if they actually click on it, it'll take them to the top of the page. Great, so when you're happy and you've got everything how you want it, you can save your menu down here. To make anything a sub-item, just drag it to the right, left click on it, hold it, drag it to the right, release it. It becomes a sub-item. If you want to make something a sub-item of that, just drag it to the right of that, and it'll become a sub-item of that. Let's take them back, just grab them, left click, hold, release them back where they were. Great, well I'm happy with that. Let's assign it to our primary menu. Remember we said that bar at the top is the primary menu. And we'll hit the Save Menu button. We're all saved and good to go. Let's go back to our page here. When I refresh, it should just have map on the bottom there. That'll tell us that we've got the new menu in there. And there it is, it's got map on it. Home, that's going to take us to this section. About. Gallery. Call to action. Services. Contact us. I've actually got a map button, but all that's going to do is refresh the page and take us back to the top there. Great, that's working perfectly. Now, a couple of videos ago, we showed you how to set up different layouts for tablet and mobile. So you've got one layout on desktop, completely different layout for tablet, and another completely different layout for mobile. May have a problem with this menu on those layouts, as they're all going to have the same ID. So we know our About Us works. This is the section we did the different ones. We know this works on desktop. Let's try it on tablet and mobile. I'm using Google Chrome with the inspector tools. I'm going to hit F12. Most browsers have this nowadays. And here we've got an iPad Air. Let's grab the menu. Let's hit our About. Yeah, nothing's happening there. Because we've got a different About section layout, it's a completely different section that's showing there for tablet. If we look on mobile, let's see if it's going to work on mobile. iPhone 12. Go back up to the top. Let's try it. About Us. No, it's not working because this is actually hidden on the desktop view. So I've done a little cheat to make this work. If you happen to have made different sections for your tablet and mobile, we can make it work doing this little cheat. If you haven't got different sections, you're good to go. Yours is going to work for you now. Let's just enable the Visual Builder. Okay, let's go down. Here's our About section. Here's our desktop version. Here's a version we've got laying out different with a display flex bit of code in there for our tablet. And here's a section with a dark background that we're displaying on the mobile. So we want to remove all the IDs from these sections here. I've already done the two shaded out there. Let's do this last one that we gave the CSS ID of About to. I'm going to take that away. I'm going to add a new section just under the section above. Little blue tab to add a new section. I'm going to make it a regular section. I'm going to use a single column, single row. Inside there, I'm going to pop a little divider in, a little divider module here. That way we can make something that's really skinny. And there it is right there. I don't actually want to show that divider line. So I'm going to turn that to off under visibility. Don't want a link or a background or anything like that. I'm going to make sure, in fact, that we've got no background in there. No background in there. Great. So let's just save our divider. I'm going to go into the row now, take away any padding so it's as skinny as possible. Green tab for the row, as you could see. Design, spacing's always under the design tab. I'm going to put a 0 in the padding for the top. I'm going to hit the chain so we've got the same padding on the bottom. I'm going to do exactly the same for the section, the blue tab. Got to go in there, design, spacing, padding top, 0, little chain, make sure there's none on the bottom. Now we've got a tiny little skinny section there that I'm going to put this new anchor tag or this new CSS ID in. So let's go over to the advanced. Remember, CSS IDs and classes always in advanced. CSS ID, about. Great. We've got a new little section right there now, just at the top of where our about section starts. So let's save our page changes, little purple button. Save the changes. Let's exit the visual builder now. Now our about us is going to link to that little section there, right there. So that works. Let's get it up on tablet and mobile, F12. Here we are on an iPhone. Get the menu up. About us. Great. It's now taking us to that little section. Let's have a look on a little iPad. We'll do an iPad Air. Back to the top. Here's the menu. We'll go to About Us. There it is. And it's now working on all 3 devices, which is exactly what we want. If you have an issue like that, that's a great way of solving it. And if anybody wants to know why our menu is black on mobile and drop down, have a look at our setting up header and navigation video. And as I mentioned earlier, that's all in our Divi for Beginners playlist down below this. Let's get rid of this. So there you have it, guys. There's how to make a menu. It's going to scroll to your sections. Fantastic for a landing page. One-page scrolling sites are always really fashionable. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignertechtips.com. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video like this one. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignertechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.